Remember, the YouTube ads feed the ducks. Good morning, everybody. It's June the 12th of the Duck Adventure, and my routine in the morning has changed. Before I even have my coffee, the first thing I do when I get up, well, actually, I brush my teeth, and then I hit the start button on the coffee machine, and I come down and see the babies, because they have to be checked on at least 3 to 4 times a day minimum. Hello, duckies. Oh, let's look at little duckies. Oh, boys, they're so cute. Oh, I love coming down here in the morning to see them. And they've eaten all their food last night. Today I'm making some new food trays. Oh, little ducks. Oh, did you ever eat a lot last night? And I was down here last night at, it was about 8:30. And I filled up, oh, there's Doug. He went for a pee. And, alright, Doug, come on in and see the babies. Oh, look at this, Dougie. They're little duckies. Oh, look at a frog. Okay, I gotta turn the camera off and catch the frog before it freaks Doug out here. Alright, I'm back. That was close. Doug, he's so good with the ducks. Like, he doesn't do anything. He doesn't get freaked out about them. But the frog was like going nuts in here, and it would have just freaked out the little ducklings. So Doug makes no sense. He chases the weirdest things, like chipmunks. But little ducklings are all no, but little chipmunks, full bore. Like he's where's our little goslings? How are they doing? Where are you? Oh, there's one. Right there. There's the other. There's the Chinese one. Oh, there's the other one right beside them. They're, yeah, there's the 3 goslings from yesterday, so they're still going. I gotta get some food into them because they're hungry. They're gonna pound this down this morning. They're so cute. Here, I'll give you a cam shot here. Oh, little ducks. Hello, duckies. God, I can't even whistle at this early in the morning. Look at this little one right here. Not this one. That one right there. That one right there looking at us. She's still not fluffy. She looks like she just got out of the egg. There she is. Doug's got his head in front of the viewfinder here, so I can't see. Yeah, like she's still not fluffy, this little thing. There's some little ones that, that I didn't rescue or anything, and they're just, they're weird looking. They're little ugly ducklings. Anyways, I'm gonna feed my little ducklings, and then I'm gonna go have a coffee. Well, actually, on the way back to the house, I'm gonna let the ducks out because today they're back to free ranging. They've been locked up enough. I think it's been like 6 days. Yeah, I think I've got as much social interaction I can get out of them. If it doesn't work, I'll lock them up again for a little longer. But today they're gonna get free and they're gonna have a fun time because last night it rained. Well, I got my plants out on the back deck, and the 5-inch tray is full of water right to the top. So we had a lot of water last night. So the ducks are gonna have a lot of rooting to do today. They're gonna have a lot of fun in the yard. So all these ducklings are so cute. Oh, yes. And we've got one with a crooked neck. Oh, there it is. Now, this one here. Look at this. Oh, Doug. Just back and forth here. You see this poor little duckling. Like, she's got a crooked neck, and I thought that I had saved her. I thought she was a duckling that was saved. Well, last night I was watching one of my own videos. I couldn't help it. I was showing Cindy my edit job, and this duckling is actually in the second tray of ducks that I moved down here. This duck was born with a crooked neck. Like, look at it. Now I might end up having to cull this one. We'll see. He does a lot of running in circles, So if that's its life, it's going to have to be culled because it doesn't seem. But it eats. I watch it eat and I watch it drink. So I don't know. But we got a severely crooked neck ducky. All right, I got to feed the little ducks because they're hungry. Here, let's get another closer shot here of the Goslings. They're under the infrared light, so there's the Chinese one. There's the Chinese goose. Goslings, I should say. They're not very big. The ducklings are, seriously dwarfing them right now. When I actually put them in yesterday, the ducklings were picking on them. But today they're not. They're getting along. So it's going to be so cool having some geese. This weekend's going to be. I hope this weekend's better. I think it's 372 duck eggs and 19 goose eggs go in today. So that's later on today. I got to do that. So I'll be videoing that for you later. Well, they're not as hungry as I thought. They must have just emptied the feeders. There's a lot of them are still like. There's some over there that are sleeping. There's some over here drinking water, but it wasn't a mad rush to the feeder. So they must have just emptied it. Even this one over here, if you look. They're not all going crazy, but there's a fair amount of them, that are going nuts on the feeder. I'm making some bigger trays today for feeding them. It won't be long and they'll be eating on a big feeder, like probably about another 4 or 5 days. But anyways, they're those plastic trays out of coroplast. They old backup coroplast here. Because these little trays suck. But pretty soon they're going to be eating, probably in about 3 days they'll be eating out of those things. As soon as they can reach over inside. I've already raised the water one chain link up. It's basically about one chain link a day. Or about one chain like every second day, I raise the water up so it's off the ground, and it slows them down from getting inside of it. And if it swings, because that is big enough for them to have a swim in it, they'll get inside of that and just if that water was on the ground, every one of them be swimming in it. And not just one, it's a free-for-all. Just look at them going here, eating. They're just shoveling it down. Alright, I'm going to go let the ducks out of the pen. Here, I'll give you a morning rush this morning. You can tell I've rained a lot. When a Muscovy is soaking wet like that, it's been raining hard. They don't have near as much water repellency as the other ducks do, and everybody's just they're all out in the rain. It's the old bring it on thing, Come on, ducks, we're gonna go out today. Come on, ducks. Hey, Doug, come on. Or actually, Doug, why don't you go in here and get them out? We'll see how long it takes. Now they haven't been out in I think it's 5 days. I've made them stay in here to hang around with everybody. It's taken a while for them to realize the gate's open here. Watch, I'll find eggs around the yard today. Because it is pretty early right now. It's about 6:30. I'm letting them out early today. It rains so much they need to go out and have some fun here. There's lots of fun to be had here today. Lots of mud around the property. So I'm looking around how wet it is. And Oh yeah, it rained lots last night. Oh boys. I'll give you a shot of the swamp. It was totally dried up here yesterday. All the ducks are coming out of the egg shack. I can see them getting out of the nesting boxes. Well, that's a screwed up morning rush. It was pretty, there was no traffic jam, that's for sure. Well, I'll give you a shot here how much rain we had last night. Yesterday, I should say. There was, the swamp was completely dried up yesterday because I actually walked down there yesterday. Oh yeah, we got a lot of water last night. Well, I went down last night to the boat, and I had to pull the boat out of the water and put it on the dock and put the bow of it up. There was so much water, but look at this. You got there's a good probably 6 inches more water, 4 inches more water down there. It's the whole thing is now. Yeah, we got a lot of water last night. So the ducks, they're going to be doing a lot of yard stuff today. Sorry about the camera action here. I'm half asleep. I gotta go have my coffee. I'm gonna have a coffee, and then I'm gonna load up the hatcher because it's working great now that I've changed the configuration and the heat around and the bigger fan. I did a check before I even came out, and this time's got to be better. It's, 372 eggs today, 19 goose eggs. So hopefully it's better than last weekend. I'm still really depressed over the way it went. Yeah, the duck adventure, man. We get curveballs here. It just doesn't stop. But this curveball, I'm ready for it. And like I've said in the comments before, and I've said this, the made in China garbage crap. I anticipate made in China stuff always to fail, and especially when you're doing something like I'm trying to do here. If you don't have backup, knowing that you're dealing with garbage crap from China, it's hard enough succeeding at this, but throwing an equipment failure in just makes it worse. So here's the latest. I'm sitting on my coffee, and I said, okay, I'm done my coffee. I'm gonna get up and I'm gonna come in here and load the eggs into the hatcher. I'm ready. It's like I said, it's first thing in the morning, and I come in here and I hear this noise, this fan noise. And I'm okay. I shouldn't be hearing a noise, and I'm and the lights are on. And then I look at the temperature of the controller, and I'm looking, and it says 38.1, and that's set for 37.8, and it's on cool. And I'm okay. I said it's on cool, so the fan's running because it's too hot. But why are all the heat lamps on? And it turns out, you're not going to believe it, the controller died. Now this controller, right from day one, hasn't been as bright LED as the humidity controllers. It's a little less. It's dim, but it just died. Now here's the thing. About 10 days ago, I was sitting there having coffee. It was about 5 in the morning, and I was something just told me. I said, Matt, I should order another one of those controllers. So I went on eBay and I ordered another one, and it got here on Monday, and I happen to have it right here. So we're going to do a hot swap here, and I'm going to pull that out, and I'm going to slap in the backup controller that I just got, and I just don't believe this. I'm blown away. I'm actually just completely blown away. I guess 10 days ago when I was sitting at having my coffee, that my gut was right to order another controller. Now, why we put this controller in and the LED is as bright as the humidity controllers are, then I know that it's defective. But the fact that right now I've got the exhaust, the cooling fan is running, and the lights are on. And here, this is the thing. Watch, I'll turn it off. I'm going to turn the controller right off. The controller's off. The cooling fan turns off, but the lights are staying on. So something has shorted inside the controller that has caused the lights to stay on. Unbelievable. What are the odds of this? But hey, I got the controller. So we're going to do the hot swap right now, and then we're going to start, I'm going to do the hot swap, get it running again, and then we're going to load it up with eggs. I don't believe this. It's unbelievable. Thankfully, I had that gut feeling. So, anyways. And this is when you make something that's made to be replaced and fixed on the go here. I've got We're just doing a swap over here. Cindy's giving me a hand holding it while I'm swapping the wires over. But you know, what are the chances? You know, and actually, I looked at the date on my eBay when I bought it. It was May 26th at 5 a.m. is when I had the gut feeling that I should buy it back up, and thankfully I did, or I would have been screwed today. What I'd have to do is I would have to hatch them in the bottom of the incubator, which there isn't enough room in the bottom of the incubator to hatch the 350 plus eggs I got to do this weekend. So unbelievable. So I'm almost done here. Okay, well, this is like a really bad joke here today. You know the old saying, what can go wrong will go wrong. Well, you're not going to believe it. I got the backup controller that I ordered on May the 26th. Oh, I'm so happy I had that thought in the morning. And as I was doing this, my $70 scientific controller or instrument for verifying the humidity and the temperature died. The memory minimum maximum doesn't work anymore, and it's gone from Celsius to Fahrenheit on me. I don't know if it's right, but it just died on me, and it's like, I don't believe this. It's just like we're having catastrophic failures here this morning before we even get anything loaded. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to steal the one off the incubator, because the incubator so far has been, oh man, touch wood here, knock on wood, has been running perfect as far as the temperature and humidity is concerned. So I'm going to take it and put it on here, because this is so important that I got to make sure it's right. So I'm going to move the controller, that controller that I have over there on the incubator, over to here and swap it over to make sure that everything's right, because I've still got to calibrate the controller here to make sure that the temperature, that this reading of 34.8 is right. So unbelievable this morning. This is crazy. You're having everything fail like this. Just as I was just coming into the room to load eggs, it was like, and everything died. Unbelievable. I'm blown away by this. Universe is trying to send me some kind of nasty message. All right, I've got everything hot swapped over here, and I'm gonna go do egg recon. Give this a chance to reheat up again and see how to sync the controllers are with the verification. I know this one works up here. It's the only thing that's working today. Well, and the incubator, so unbelievable. What are the chances of that, having this much equipment failure right when I'm about to load the eggs? Like, well, hopefully this is a good sign. I'm getting rid of all the bad, and nothing but good is going to come of this. So anyways, I got to do egg recon. I'll come back, check the machine, and we'll start loading the hatcher up, hopefully. Well, we're ready now. Well, I'm ready now. What a curveball morning. The incubator, or the hatcher, is perfect. The top shelf is perfect. I've got last night I actually put a thermometer on the bottom shelf right above the heat source where I had the tinfoil plates, and the temperature never went above 37.5 in the container. So that is, that was the maximum temperature. So 37.8 is where it's supposed to be at, and actually it can be a little bit lower. It doesn't have to be that hot, but so far, like, I'm looking here, and it's 37.6 inside. The very top shelf is 37.2 inside, so we're running right around the 99, 100 degree Fahrenheit mark, which is exactly where it's supposed to be. Not too hot, not too warm, or not too cold. It's just perfect. The humidity is sitting right at 62%. I'm ready to go. So I'm gonna set the camera up here, and we're going to start loading trays and put them in, and we're gonna do a lot of things different this hatch. I'm gonna miss the crap out of them, and I'm gonna, we're gonna really stay on top of this one. I gotta have a better success rate. So far, everything seems to be working right. The controller, I'm just hopefully this controller doesn't die. I was worried that by going from 500 and it was 560 watts of heat before. I went to 600 watts of heat by moving the light bulbs around in that. I went strictly 6 100 watt bulbs instead of having 8 60s and 100s mixed together. And I checked the instructions on the controller, and it's got a 10 amp capacity. So I'm running like 5 amps. So I thought maybe, the extra 40 watts of power, but it's, I could actually run 1200 watts of light bulbs on the controller, because it's a 10 amp controller. So I think it's just a bad controller. I'm hoping, because if it crashes, it's not going to be a good situation if it crashes this time. It's going to really depress us here. So I'm going to set everything up out of the camera, and we'll put the eggs in the tray. All right, here we go. The time of the day of reckoning here. All right, so we got the goose eggs first. All right, let's. I'm hoping these are better luck than the last bunch. And these are all due for this weekend. I think it's 19. I think that's the count, 19. Good coat of water on them there. I missed the water. Alright, come on Dougie, you gotta move. Doug's right in the way today. He's really, now that he knows what goes on here with the hatcher, he's Mr. Helper. Alright, so let's do Muscovies next. Okay, it's time to do the Muscovies. I hope these little girls work out. Oh, Doug's very interested. So I don't know if that's a good sign that he can smell something. Alright, Dougie. So, I hope the Muscovies work out. It would just suck if we had, a 29% success rate on Muscovies. And as you notice, we're going to have a lot more room in here this hatch. Oh, I forgot to, almost forgot the most crucial part here. I'm going to be misting at least 3 times a day. Doug's doing a phenomenal job today of being in the way. Oh, maybe our luck will be better here. We'll end up having a whole bunch of Muscovies. It'd be so nice if we had a 90% success rate on the Muscovies. It actually would change the dynamics of the flock big time of the way we're going here, because it would almost equally number the peaking and the ruins. And this time I'm running the incubator at 65% humidity instead of 60. Well, I've got it set to 65, and it's basically the humidifier generator I built is running non-stop, and it's holding at about 63. So, all right. Okay, so now we're on to the other duckies. So basically, the other trays are getting 30 eggs a tray. Oh, this is, I'm nervous. I think it's about 35 eggs a tray or something like that it works out to. Yeah, it is 35, so it's 5 rows. That, I got a hunch, is a dead egg. It's black. Something tells me that's a bad egg. And black usually means, from what we've seen so far, is that they're shrink wrapped inside. Okay. Doug's doing a phenomenal job here of making me push him aside. Now this time I know that the top shelf is not hot. It's that big fan I put in is making a world of difference. I think Dougie smells ducklings. The way he's smelling these eggs. Maybe Doug is going to be like one of those cancer dogs. Maybe Doug is going to be like one of those cancer dogs. He can smell cancer and he can smell ducklings inside of eggs. Because he's very interested in the eggs here. And that's a good sign. Doug, you're so cute. Alright, so we need one more row from another tray. I said I'm nervous, but I'm sort of excited here because I'm hoping that I solve the problem on the hatcher, and that I would have liked it. Our first batch of eggs would have been 300 instead of 503 because that was just bad. And then the rescue guys. We're going to be doing things a lot different on this hatch. Live and learn, unfortunately. And the thing is, you talk to, the guys that know how to do this inside and out, and they are so tight-lipped about everything. It's hard to pry any information out of them, and actually, every bit of information I've ever gotten out of them is sort of like they've slipped and said it, and they shouldn't have said it. Oh, we got a chip. That one's pipping already. I don't know if we can. I'll hold it up to the camera here. I don't know if you can see this. Yeah, there's that one's got a little pip in it. Hey, Dougie, look out! This time last time there was a lot of black colorish type to the eggs when I was loading them in. This time it doesn't seem to be. I hope that's a good indicator. Alright, so that was 3 rows, so 2 more rows. So far, no chirping noise. Which is a good sign. Not a good sign to me. Of course, Doug's laying right at the door. Come on, Dougie. He does that to me in the shower. He lays against the shower door so I can't get out. It sends Cindy over the edge, actually, the way he sticks to me. 2, 3, 4. So leave 2 rows in this one. I'm trying to go fast and consciously film what I'm doing here. The eggs are very warm. You can feel the heat coming off of them. So that usually means that there's a duckling inside. Because they actually feel warmer than the ambient temperature. And Doug's right back in front of the door again. Come on, Doug, you're slowing up production here. Alright, another tray. And next weekend we have another batch of Muscovies coming due next weekend. So we're gonna have a lot of ducklings hatching on this channel here the next couple weeks. It'd be so much nicer if I could just hatch them all at once, but now I have to do them in waves. I hope it's better this weekend. I'm talking to myself now there. Just in wishful thinking here. So far, they're not like last batch. The last batch there was a lot more dark color eggs, and this time there's not. Which is a very good thing. And this is the last tray that's going to go in today. I was surprised how filthy the inside of the hatcher was, though. It was disgusting. It's nice and clean now, though. This is it. So I think it's like 372 eggs. I can't remember the exact amount. Well, that one's got a little bit of black to it. It's the first one that I've seen. I hope it's not a CO2 problem, because that means you know, that these eggs could be just as bad as the other ones. Well, we've got her loaded up. Well, I've got her loaded up, and I'm going to mist it again later today, about mid-afternoon. Then I'll come back tonight and I'll mist it again. I'm going to mist it like 3 or 4 times a day minimum, and I'm going to we're going to really keep a close eye on it. If they start pipping through and I see a problem, we're going to intervene right away. We're not screwing around this time. Learned a lot of I learned a nasty lesson last weekend, so we're not going to repeat it this weekend. It might be a little thick sometimes, but I'm not totally stunned. Oh man, I hope this works better. So far the controller's right on, everything's it's happening, so well, I'll give you an update later on.